Hello, and I believe we are live. So,
Hey.
welcome everyone to the Creative Typo test one shot called the Photobomber. We're going to do a one shot, and with these lovely players. So, I am Nico. I will be DMing the one shot. That is a very silly thing. There is a listener trigger warning on this one. There's a lot of bad guy douchebaggery in this one shot, but that's pretty much it, I think. Unless the players do something off the wall. Outside of that, I guess we should roll to see who introduces their character first. We've got Adam, Tisha, Tony, and Max with us today. So everybody roll a d20, and whoever gets the highest gets to introduce their character.
I got a
18.
10.
I also got a 10.
Five.
Okay.
All right,
So
I go first.
between the two tens, who's got the highest
No,
initiative?
I got
Or
18.
the highest text? No, I know, but they tied.
Oh,
I got
yeah.
+2.
I also have +2.
Jesus, guys, reroll. You couldn't make it simple, could you?
I got a 3.
13.
Okay,
Oh.
okay. So it goes Adam, Tony, Max, and Tisha to do it. So Adam, who are you playing today?
I am playing the half-orc paladin Henk. Henk.
All right, cool. Anything we need to know
do I
about
need
Hank?
to say more?
No, I mean I don't know.
He likes healing, and he wants to protect people.
All right.
He's got a seedy past.
Oh. It's really gonna come into play in this one shot. Hank's
Oh yeah,
CD
oh yeah.
healing pads.
I didn't even bother with a background.
Okay. Tony, you're up next.
I am playing the half-orc druid, Englebert. Circle of the Spores. It's a mushroom druid. Anyone who knows me in real life is probably real surprised. Yeah, real nerdy guy. Not the best social skills, but that's because mushrooms probably.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure it does to someone.
Somehow.
Spends a lot of time in the woods, I guess.
Yeah. Doing druidy things with mushrooms. All right,
Yeah.
Max, you're up.
Hey, I will be playing a half-orc necromancer called Guramesh Fibulus. This character liked to use necromancy as exploitative labor to make money.
Okay. Yeah. Not
a good
disturbing at
person.
all.
Not a good person. But we'll play a whole lot of fun with.
All right, and finally, Tisha, bring us home.
I am playing Eleanor Llongollen. She is a Eladrin druid. Different though than Tony's druid.
Druid rivalry.
3 half orcs and a Eladrin elf person thing. Sweet. All right, and this one shot is designed for players that are level 8. They all have one uncommon and one rare item. And the players will start off at the Sultry Chicken Dance in the town of Henhaven. The goal of the game is to find and defeat the Photobomber to save the town festival. All right, are we ready?
No, but go ahead anyway.
Sweet.
Yes.
It's that time of year again. Romance is in the air, and the local townsfolk are gearing up for the annual Sultry Chicken Dance. The dance is the perfect excuse to ask out that secret crush you've been pining for all year. And it is the most common day of the year for wedding proposals. Yes. The town of Henhaven is a small farming community, and there are only a few days every year that the entire town comes together to take a break and enjoy each other's company. This year's festivities are scheduled to start in 8 hours, but there has been an emergency town meeting called at the market square. You know this because you hear the and you know that is the town square. Everybody go and line up. So Captain Leghorn of the city guard, it's a small city guard with only captain and 2 officers, stands in the center of the dance stage, and he says, I say, attention! I hate to bring a dark cloud on today's festivities, but there has been an attack. I say there's been an attack. Somebody sent an explosive to the guardhouse, which went off and seriously injured my 2 officers. Officer Sussex and Officer Brown will survive, but for the time being, this leaves me as the only law enforcement in town, and that is something to balk at. In addition to this heinous act of violence, a letter was sent that reads this. Attention, Captain Leghorn. I say, cancel the Sultry Chicken Dance or else you're gonna be sorry. What kind of stupid name is Sultry Chicken Dance anyway? Cancel it or else more booms. Love, the Photobomber. That's all it says. Because someone has decided to terrorize the town and cripple law enforcement, we'll have no choice but to cancel the evening's festivities. Everyone go home and stay safe, unless, of course, there are a group of willing adventurers that would step up and find this villainous villain and capture them before the event begins.
Well, I don't know, guys. That sounds kind of like something we ought to handle. I mean, I don't think anyone else is going to be capable.
I need a few seconds to compose myself because that was a lot, Nico.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely need to help these folks here.
Well, I think that we should get into it. I want to have this festivity, don't you?
Yes, well, it doesn't bother me whether we have this festival or not. I'm only here for profit.
Oh, come on, Guramesh. Just stop it. Let's go. Let's go save it.
No, I need more incentive. I need something to put down on books.
Eleanor slaps Guramesh. Get it together, man. Let's go. Come on. We are called to action. That's what we do. Come on, my man.
That was positively uncalled for.
We got this. Come on.
Very well, but I will be making an invoice of my services after this.
I will provide you with a nice glass of Chianti and some fava beans afterwards. How about that?
That would be lovely. Okay.
Right. So you make your way up to Captain Leghorn, and he says, I say I'm happy that you are taking on the investigation. What do you need to know from me?
Well, is there any suspects?
I say there's no suspects, but the letters were delivered via the post office, so maybe there.
Was there anybody harmed? Possibly somebody that needs healed.
Officer Sussex and Officer Brown have both been harmed, but they are already getting healed, so they'll be fine in a couple days.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Was there anyone who voiced a negative opinion about the what was the name of the Sultry Chicken Dance?
Not that I know of. Everyone loves the Sultry Chicken Dance. We all get up and we flap our arms and we clap our hands. We shake our booties.
Yes, it sounds oh so disgustingly festive.
Very sultry.
It'll make so many people happy if it continues on, right? And then people who are happy spend more money. You know, Guramesh.
Do love money.
So maybe we should definitely come on.
Perhaps we should go to the post office, see those 2 injured fellows. If they're not too distracted from their injuries.
Well, the post office is manned by somebody else. The city guard is at the hospital right now, getting healed. So the post office has a postman. You guys would probably know, being from the town of Henhaven. The post office worker's name is Tyson Legbar. So
So, I
I
mean,
think we should take the letter there, Mr. Leghorn, to compare it to other letters at the post office, maybe.
It's all it's all chicken scratch.
Yeah. Yes. He hands the letter over.
What's is the letter say the same thing that you said before in the beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
It's exactly what he read out.
I guess is the letter is it like finely written or is it like hastily written or anything like that? Is it like is it like those ransom notices where like all the letters are cut out from different magazines and then pasted together?
No, it's written all in caps, but it looks like somebody took their time to write it.
I see.
I think that maybe we should go check on the guys that got attacked, see if they know anything.
They might have saw something.
Well,
By the
let's not dilly dally then.
By the way, hi, my name is Eleanor Llongollen, and this is Guramesh. I don't believe I've met you two.
I'm Englebert.
I'm
That's
just
Hank.
Henk.
It's a very interesting first name. Just.
Oh well, no, not. Forget the just. It's just Hank. Hank.
Okay, so you guys make your way to the hospital then, and you go into the only room. Like I said, small farming community, so it's not like a big building or anything, but the only room, and you can see that Officer Sussex and Officer Brown are both resting in bed, playing cards on a table between their two beds. They're playing Go Fish.
So you guys, you guys are the officers that got blown up.
Yeah, we're the officers.
So how'd it happen?
Well, we got a letter in the mail, and I opened the letter, and it had a picture drawn on it of a chicken. And you're not gonna like this. It was disgusting, but turned into a rotisserie chicken, and then it exploded.
Absolutely vile.
Oh, that's terrible.
Disgusting.
It's awful, so awful. Look what it did to my wings.
Well, who was the letter from?
It just said PB
PB. And who was it addressed to?
guardhouse.
Huh.
Yeah, maybe we should go check out the post office. Post office where they get all the letters. Possibly another PB in there.
I think we should check it out.
What was that postman's or post person's name?
Tyson something or whatever.
Leg bar.
Leg bottom.
Tyson Legbar. Yeah, he might know who's dropping them off.
And we probably need to speak with him about screening for some horrid pictures of cooked chicken. Nothing meant for anyone to see. That's just disgusting.
Gives me shivers.
I hope it wasn't. I hope it wasn't seasoned.
It's got to be traumatizing.
Yeah, if it was seasoned, that would mean it was premeditated, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so off to the post office then. All right. So you guys make your way across town. You know exactly where the post office is. You've all had to deliver mail there before, or drop off mail, or pick up mail, or whatever. So you get there, and you walk in, and there is a drop box out in the front of the building. You know, in case the post person Tyson isn't there. But you walk in, it's open, and Tyson's behind the counter right now, stacking letters.
Hey, Tyson. Do you have any idea who, if I saw a signature that said PB, who that could possibly be? I got a letter from them, but I can't really place it.
Yeah, that's totally fine. So I've got some book over here. This book is it's where I keep all of the stuff that people drop off to us, you see. And so I wasn't here when these 4 letters from Mr. PB got dropped off, but yes, they were all dropped off to us. And you see right here on line 18, and he shifts a record book over and moves it toward you. It says right here on line 18 that there was a bundle of 4 letters that was dropped off here.
Okay. Well, we got one of them. We know where one of them went. Where'd the other 3 go?
We're looking at the book here. It says that 2 of them went to the guardhouse, and it says one of them went over to Miss Silky's house, and one of them went over to Big Brahma's house.
Wait a minute. Two letters were sent to the guardhouse?
That's because there was the
We got
bomb,
one of
and then the other was the demand.
Okay.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought the bomb was in the letter, and then was just like, what's this also in the letter? Boom. That makes more sense now.
Well, I guess we should check out Miss Silky's house, or what was the other?
Big Brahma's house.
In Big Brahma.
Yep, Big Brahma's house.
Hey, Tyson. Hope you're having a good day there. But did you happen to see who dropped off these packages?
No, unfortunately, I wasn't here. I was in a fight last night. I was in a cockfight, and so when I was doing our match, I was not here at the post office. You see, so I didn't see who did it. They dropped it off last night while I was busy.
That's unfortunate.
Did you happen to win the fight, Postmaster Tyson?
Why, yes, I did, and that's why I'm getting a new tattoo of it. So it's got my win streak. You see.
You wouldn't be happening to put that tattoo on your face, would you?
Where else would I put it?
Lower back. That's where I got one.
All these cocks and their competitions. It's so silly. I'll never understand it.
Yeah, birds of a feather.
No, I don't
Congratulations
flock
on the
with that.
victory. Don't flock with that.
I don't flock with that.
Congratulations on the victory. Here, get lunch on me today. Go get you a fish sandwich next door.
Oh, thanks. See you guys later.
Okay, bye. Okay. Do we want to go to see Miss Silky or Big Brahma? What do you think, Inglecock?
Inglecock.
I can't remember the last. I just remember the first.
Englebert.
Englebert.
Yep.
That's not what I said, is it? Did I say that?
I think you said Inglecock.
That's what I heard.
So glad you did too.
Yeah, I'd say okay. I think
I
we're
am
gonna
already
retcon that. That's not
cramping.
Engelbert.
So much.
Englebert. I'm sorry.
Well, I don't know if it matters which one we see first. We're just gonna have to question them and see what we can find out about their enemies.
Hopefully we get there. Get there before it blows up.
Yes, we should definitely get to the bottom of this before, the next victim's goose is cooked.
That was a good one.
So to
Good job.
speak.
Good job there.
Am I doing it? I feel like
you're
I'm doing it.
You're doing
Okay.
it. I believe it's good. That was good. All right. Well, let's go see big Miss Silky. See what Miss Silky's up to. Hopefully their letter hasn't exploded. Do we have the address? Do we know where we're going?
The address was in the book, in the logbook.
Okay.
So you saw
Okay.
the addresses for Miss Silky and Big Brahma's house. So, okay. So off to Miss Silky's first. That's what we decided?
Mhm.
Okay. So you head out to Miss Silky's. Just as you round the corner on her block, you actually see Miss Silky. She is a silky styled chicken, very elegant looking in her outfit. And you see her maybe 2 houses down, pulling her mail out of the mailbox.
Oh God.
Hey, Miss Silky, hold up there. Don't grab. Hey, get your hand out of there.
Oh my! And she pulls her hands back. What is happening?
So secure that mailbox.
I'm on it. And I'm gonna close it. Oh wait, hold on. We need to get in there. Just step back, Miss Silky.
Okay. She steps back toward her house. I don't think it's lawful to go through someone's mail, but what's happening?
Well, you see, the police had been injured in an explosion that was sent through the mail, and we have reason to believe that you've been mailed a similar package. So, we're just gonna check it out. Now, do you have any enemies who might want to blow you up? Do you think?
Who would blow me up?
Well, that's what
I
I
would
asked.
never want to get blown up. No, I don't have enemies.
No, jilted ex-lovers, perhaps?
No, I'm one of the single ladies. Heyo.
Disgruntled employees?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Tax collectors?
What? No.
Do we
Social
know any?
media stalkers?
There we go.
I mean, several people have invited me to the dance.
Oh.
Well, you are a very popular woman, Miss Silky. That is not quite a shock to us. However, what is shocking is a mail explosion that we have seen. And we know that another package was sent as well past the guardhouse, and of course we all know what happened there. And we're trying to prevent more devastation.
What kind of explosion was that?
A mail explosion.
Yes.
Eleanor Fengelfin is going to cast find traps. Would that work for this? Find traps on the mail?
I would say yes. I would say yes, just for that. So yes, there is a trap in the mail. Not the obviously she already had the
A
mailbox.
piece of
open.
mail.
Yeah, a piece
Yeah.
of mail in the box is trapped.
I want to single out that piece of mail.
Okay.
Yeah, my hand can't even fit in there.
You'll destroy the mailbox.
Yep, you find it.
Sorry, Miss Silky. Here's the rest of your mail. I just want for you to be warned about this one piece. And it seems like maybe you were targeted because you're very popular for this dance that's going on. And it seems like whoever's sending this bomb, and Eleanor's just holding this piece of mail, waving it around. Whoever's sending this bomb, it really doesn't want the festival to happen. And because it seems like you're popular at the festival, they are targeting you.
Oh no, that's awful.
Yeah, do you know anybody who wouldn't want this to happen? Have you rejected any of your suitors that have asked you to the dance?
Oh, I did reject 3 people. Master Gray, Mr. Nice Guy, and Hazel.
Mr. Nice Guy, you say? That's a suspicious name if I've ever heard one.
I mean, you can't blame his parents. It's his I mean, you have to blame his parents. It's not his fault.
Oh, he didn't pick his own name? He just went by what his parents called him? Mr. Nice Guy?
Well, I mean, his name's Nice Guy, but, he's Mr., so... Did you pick your own name?
I did.
Wow. Wonderful.
Me too. It's just Henk.
Well, I think maybe with that list of names, we should go see Big Brahma and see if there's some overlap.
Or at least make sure we don't have another explosion on our hands.
Yes, Miss Silky, here's your letter back. I wouldn't open it if I were you, but I mean, it's ultimately your choice.
What?
I hand that letter back to her.
Yeah,
Let her blow herself up.
there's a bomb in it, Miss Silky, so, I hope that you aren't vindictive or anything. Yeah.
Well,
okay.
unless you want to pass it off to us, and we'll take care of it for you.
Oh,
If you
that's.
trust us.
I guess that's probably a better idea.
Yeah, why don't you keep it? Because I don't want to explode myself.
Here, I can tuck it in my armor belt here.
Do you think that's a really good idea?
Yeah, if it blows up, it hits my armor, right?
Right at the belt line.
Well, your armor is very sturdy. I'm sure it'll be fine.
I'll be able to heal it. It'll be all right.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with it. Makes sense to me.
Keep laying on hands like that, you're gonna go blind.
Don't start that again.
I think he has a very good point there, but that's something we can discuss later.
Wow. Okay.
All
Moving
right,
along.
off to Big Brahma.
It's big problem.
All right, so you go over to Big Brahma's house and you see Big Brahma, out tending to her gardens. Her mail is resting on a small table on her front porch, but it appears to be unopened. So you see this as you are approaching.
I don't even know if is it still morning? Is it afternoon? I'm assuming it's afternoon.
It's early afternoon, late morning, because the dance is, now maybe 7 hours later after you've been wandering around. So it's maybe early afternoon.
Good morning, Big Brahma.
Ooh, hello. How you doing?
I'm well. I
What can I
think.
help you with?
Myself.
We are conducting a search for deadly mail. Have you checked your mail since you received it this morning?
It's on the porch there.
Like she took it out of the mailbox and just left it on the porch?
Yeah, she set it on a table next to her chair on the front porch.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Like normal
Okay,
people.
Southern porch, it's got a couple seats up there, a table in between, a
Next to a
swing.
pitcher of iced tea.
Oh yeah, yep, with sugar in
Gotcha.
it.
There you go.
Fucking weird.
A lot of sugar in it.
A lot of
Way
sugar.
too much sugar.
At least a fourth of the pitcher is sugar.
Can I use perception or something to see if any of the letters look like the same letterhead or whatever as the previous one we saw at Miss Silky's?
Yeah, go ahead and perception or investigation will work.
Okay. I would prefer perception.
Yep, that works.
Nat 20.
Oh,
There you
shit.
go. Ah.
The first roll.
Yeah,
roll.
nat 20. I got a 28.
Okay, so yeah, you definitely start flipping through and right away recognize the same envelope, same address, same, yep, on there. Or it's written in the same font for the address. Everything looks
Okay.
the same as what was at Silky's.
Yeah, Eleanor Finkelfin will pick up that one letter and show it to Big Brahma and say, "Hey, Big Brahma, so here's the thing. Somebody really doesn't want the festival to happen tonight, and they sent bombs to people, and this letter, and she's shaking it in front of Big Brahma.
Stop shaking that letter. You're making me very nervous.
It's a bomb. It's a bomb. Do you have any reason to believe somebody would want to harm you to prevent the the festival from happening? Is there a reason why? Are you like a big star or something?
Oh my, I didn't know anything about that. That ruffles my feathers. Well, let me tell you, I'm not a big star or anything, but I did get 3 proposals from 3 random men, and I turned them all down because I was going stag tonight. I was going to go up there by myself and strut around and wear my new outfit.
If it's not being too invasive, could you tell us the names of the individuals that you had rejected?
I most certainly will. So the first person was Dung Tao, and then there was Sundheimer. He was very sweet, but I said, no, Sundheimer. I went with you last year. It didn't do any good. And then Mr. Nice Guy sent me another invitation. I said no, too. No.
Mr. Nice Guy, you say?
Yeah. You know him? No?
I don't think we know the gentleman, I'd say, but we just finished coming back from Miss Silky's abode, and she had also rejected advance from one Mr. Nice Guy. It can't be a coincidence that you both got bomb letters. I don't know why I'm starting to backslide into the Southern. It's infectious.
Doesn't sound like a coincidence? No.
Do you know where we could find this Mr. Nice Guy? Do you know anything about him? Is this the first you've heard from him, or is there more?
Oh,
that
no.
You know about him?
I'll tell you right where he lives. He's 3 streets down, and you follow it towards like you're going out of town, and then you'll see his big old house out there. It's the one with all the stone cherubs and stuff out on the yard. You'll know what I see. You know.
I never trust anybody with stone cherubs in their yard.
It's awfully tacky.
Freaking long gnomes.
They're overcompensating for something.
Gnomes are pure, damn it, pure.
All right, well, y'all, what do you think we should do? Should we just go confront this Mr. Nice Guy? Be like, hey, are you the DM?
Are you not really a nice guy at all?
Well, I mean, legit. I mean, if their name is Nice Guy and that's what they go by, we can't be like, no, you're not a nice guy, because that's literally what their name is. So, but maybe their personality's not so nice after all if they're bombing people.
Well, maybe we could trick them. Maybe we could pretend to have a special delivery for him. We can maybe change the address on the letter, hand it to him, see if he reacts to it.
Oh yeah, Miss what's her name? Big Brahma. Big Brahma. Do you want this letter back? The one with the bomb in it, or can we take it with us?
Oh hell no, hon! I don't want that.
I can hold on. Does anybody know how to change the words on it?
I might be able to do something. Yeah, I have Druid craft, I think. Unless the other druid also has druid craft.
I do not. I'm not a very good druid.
Just leave the PB on there if he reacts to it. We got him.
Well, is there anything else y'all need from me? Because I'm supposed to go get my talons done at 3 p.m.
Oh, you're all good, ma'am. You're all good.
All right. Well, cock-a-doodle-doo you later.
I'll do you later, too.
I'm going to break before the end of this. I'm just going to let you guys know.
Adam's voice is perfect.
It's amazing.
It is. It's really good. It's a good impression. Oh, shit.
Okay. Well, can I druid craft it to look like it's what's that one thing where the guy would walk around to houses and Publishers Clearinghouse letter?
Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely do that.
All right. So I want to druid craft both of the letters to look like Publishers Clearinghouse letters.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Hank, maybe you can pretend like you're like the Publishers Clearinghouse guy and, be like, we got a big check for you back here. I'm not sure what the point of this is. Check?
I don't think they're going to fall for the old Publishers Clearinghouse gimmick. What if it was a subscription to the New York Times? I think that's I find their articles quite insightful.
That was a good one.
I could just say I got the letter. I could just, that's fine.
Very especially love the poultry corner.
Oh God. But how are we going to? Are we just going to hand him the letter, or are we just going to wait outside of his mailbox?
I mean, I guess at this point we're just assuming he's guilty, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this will be
dry.
if he doesn't open it and he reacts, then obviously he sent the letter.
Huh.
But
he'd be like, "Hey, this is from you."
I'll just make sure he doesn't die.
Yeah.
And I'll make sure if he does die, I can actually no, I can't really do that. I'll make sure he doesn't get away.
And I can pepper.
Right. Sounds like a plan.
It sounds like he's a sitting duck.
All right, let's go, please.
Nothing foul will happen.
So you flock toward the Mr. Nice Guy's house, and as you approach, you notice that he has a gate around his property. He has a perfectly groomed lawn. There are signs in the yard that say, "Do not step in the friend zone." In the grass, so there's a pathway that leads from the road all the way up to the porch, but it's a very tiny pathway. Like, you can only walk on it one at a time, single file. In the yard, there are some cherub figures. Some are made of stone, some are made of marble, some are made out of cheap wood. The house itself is a one-story house, and it's got a decent-sized front porch that wraps around it. And there are more cherubs on the porch, on just everywhere. There are little cherubs doing weird poses everywhere. And smoke rises from the chimney, but heavy curtains have been hung over every window, blocking any kind of view into the home.
I don't like those cherubs.
Are the cherubs like? Are they statues that are like embedded into the ground, or are they like sitting on something?
Yes, I mean there's enough that they feel both. Some are just on the ground, some are like tipped over on their side. It looks like this guy just sees a cherub, buys a cherub.
I want to tip.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I was going to see if I could push one of the cherubs over and crack it and see what happens.
Oh, I don't want to crack it. I just want to set it over me.
To reach one of the cherubs, you either need to go up on his front porch, or you need to go into the grass.
How far is it from the I guess where we're at towards the edge of the grass to the porch? Is it more than 30 feet?
It's about 30 feet from the road to his house.
Damn it.
To the porch.
I'll go in the grass to do it.
I was going to say
it's friend zone. Is that the grass?
Apparently, I think.
Oh,
yeah,
don't
the friend zone is
the
grass.
Okay. Don't step on the grass. Okay.
All right. So, Eleanor, Fanglefin, you step into the friend zone, and just as you approach to tip one of the cherubs over, is that what you were trying to do?
Yeah, I just want to kind of like gently set it down, like move it.
Okay,
how
so
he
you
has it. From
gently set it down out of place, and all of a sudden, 6 of the cherubs spawn to life. And these are clockwork sniper cherubs. And roll for initiative.
This is awesome. Oh crap! I rolled a 1. That's not awesome.
Oh
Got a
shit.
19.
20.
16.
Okay, so we got Englebert, then Henk, then Eleanor, then the Clockwork Cherub Snipers all got a 4 for their turn initiative. And what did you get? Guramesh? 1. Okay.
That one. Well, actually, it'd be 3. I'm sorry, with the initiative.
Okay, but
bonus.
you got 3. They got a 4. Okay, cool. So snipers and then Kuromash. All right, and we are in initiative, but do we want to take our 5-minute break here before we dive in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. So
Good.
Sarah,
I could.
we need a thing to
Yeah.
do the thing.
Do the.
And we are in combat. So Engelbert, you are first.
Yeah.
I guess there are 4 clockwork cherubs in the yard. So 2 on each side of the path, and then there are 2 up on the porch that all are moving, coming into life. Cherub. And they've all got, the Cupid bow and arrows are their weapons of choice. So, as you were.
Said 4 of them?
4 in the yard, 2 on each side of the path, and then there's 2 more, so a total of 6. 2 more up on the porch.
I am going to use an action to activate my symbiotic entity ability, which uses a wild shape charge or whatever. But it adds 1d6 necrotic damage to my melee attacks and gives me 32 temporary hit points.
Ooh.
And doubles the damage of my halo of spores. So that's my action, and then as my bonus action, I'm going to cast Shillelagh on my spider staff, and then move towards the nearest one.
Okay, yeah. It's only about 15 feet off the path from you.
Yeah, I'll move over to that one.
Okay. You want to go left side or right side? Just to
Right
keep
side.
grouping. Right side? Okay.
Yeah.
And which side were you on, Eleanor, already to go tip one over?
The left side.
Left side? Okay. All right. Cool. Cool. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
All right. That takes us to Hank.
How far away? Oh, see that I could see. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna be like, oh, these cherubs creep me out. Yeah, Paylor. Come and wash your radiance over these cherubs here. And when I say radiance, a burning radiance erupts from me, and each of the cherubs need to give me a Constitution saving throw.
All 6 of them?
Each creature of your choice that you can see within range must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 radiant damage.
Wow.
Oh no, it increases 2d6 radiant damage.
Damn.
All right. So, cherub
Save
number
is
1.
14.
Cherub number 1, which is on the left, got a 13. Cherub number 2, also on the left, got a 12. Cherub number 3 on the right got a 10. Cherub number 4 got a 2. Cherub number 5 up on the porch got a 21. And cherub number 6 on the porch got a 2.
All right, they all fail except for the 121.
All right. Wow. How much damage?
2d6. 2d6. Oh. That's 11 radiance damage right there.
Yeesh. I thought you were the
Tough.
healer.
He's
I
a
am,
harm.
but
He's a
Sure.
pharmacist.
the cherubs creep me out.
All right, is that your turn?
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do.
And you're still in the path, right?
Yeah, I'm still on the path.
All right,
I
cool.
didn't move.
That takes us to Eleanor. Eleanor.
Eleanor.
Eleanor. Hey, Eleanor.
So we are literally in grass, right?
Yeah.
We are touching grass right now.
Perfectly
Touching
groomed
grass.
yard. Yep.
That's awesome.
Whoa.
I'm going to, I guess, use giant insect and hopefully see 3 spiders somewhere in this grass. I'm sure.
Sure. I'll give you 3 spiders.
All right. So I have 3 giant spiders to attack these.
We talking wolf spiders? What are we talking about here?
Yeah. I mean, if
Um,
I'm choosing, what are those orb weavers?
Or breavers,
That's what I
yeah.
want.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So now I have 3 orb weavers, and they obey my verbal commands, and I'm telling them to, giant spider. I'm telling them to web these cherubs.
Okay. Do they do that now or do they do that on your next turn? When does that happen?
They act on my turn. So now.
Okay. So what does Web do to the, I assume,
Mhm.
the 2 cherubs on your side and then maybe 1 on the right?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's a ranged weapon attack. So they get +5 to hit. On a hit, the target is restrained by webbing.
Okay.
And I got a 24. Do you want me to roll
Alright.
it 3 times?
Yeah. Because 24 will hit number 1.
13 for the second,
That hits.
and 15 for the third.
All right. Yeah. So all 3 are restrained.
All right. They can make a DC 12 strength check to bust the webbing. Or the webbing can also be attacked
Okay.
as an
Uh,
action. So on their turn.
All right. And for restrained, can they still do stuff from restrained or are they like not able to attack or anything? Let me see.
Restrained creature's speed becomes 0 and it can't benefit from any bonuses to its speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage, and they have disadvantage on dex saving throws.
All right.
And then I have a bonus action that is oh, never mind. That's it.
Okay. All right, cool. So it is their turn now. The Clockwork Snipers' turns. And I guess the first 3 are going to make strength saving throws to try and get out of this webbing. So they have, oh man, because they're small, tiny cherubs, they have -1 to their strength. So the first one got a 16 to get out. Does that break free of your webbing? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. And then the next 2, one got a 7 and one got a 12.
12 meets it.
Okay.
So the 7 no, but the 12 meets it.
All right. So on the left side of the path, the second Clockwork Cherub is still restrained, and the other 2 broke free, but that's their turn. Number 4, so on the right side of the path, is going to attack Englebert.
I'm going to use my
And-
reaction first. to do
Okay.
my Halo of Spores, which does, he needs a Constitution saving throw, DC 15, or he takes, I chose the wrong dice, 5, or he takes 6 necrotic.
Okay, he fails the Constitution throw, but so he takes 6 necrotic.
Yes.
All right, but I believe his attack does hit. So his first attack hits. That is 24 to hit, and then a 22 to hit with his second attack.
Oh yeah.
All right. So that is a total of 16 damage.
Okay.
All right. And then the two from the porch, which are still okay right now, are both going to attack Henk.
All right.
And it looks like that's definitely a miss. So 9 to hit, a 25 to hit, and then
25.
a 17 to hit and a 16 to hit.
The 25 is the only one that hits.
Okay. So one of the clockwork ones hits you with his attack. And it only does 9 points of damage.
All right.
And that is their turn. So it takes us to Guramesh.
What I will do is the one of the cherubs that broke free out of the webbing, I will raise a hand and, like, you know that weird effect where, like, the hand does wild movement and you can hear the joints popping and everything. Essentially, we're going to do that and be like, you were better off staying still, and I will cast I forgot that's what it was called. Maximilian's Earthen Grasp. So they need to make a actually no, did they do that after the fact? Oh no. They need to make a strength save for that effect.
That's a 9.
Okay, so it's 14 is the save. So they would take a D6 bludgeoning damage, and they are restrained. So
Okay.
that will be. Oh wait, I forgot I have the dice here. 2 bludgeoning damage. I rolled double ones. Yeah, and basically they're restrained, so they can attempt to break it on their turn. Yeah, essentially they can attempt to break it on their turn, or I can keep them restrained on the next turn and continue to do damage to them.
Okay.
Mhm.
So on the left-hand side, both cherubs are restrained again. Anything else?
No, that's gonna be it right now. I don't have any bonus actions or anything like that, and no one died, so.
All right, to the top of the order with Englebert.
I am going to cast Wind Wall right at the ones on the porch. I need a save from them. Oops. Strength save, DC 15.
One of them got a 13. So, number 5 got a 13, and number 6 got a 16.
Because
That's terrible
maybe
Number
Englebert will be
5
the one that
gets,
saves
he
me.
takes 9 points of damage. And the other one takes 4. Half because he saved. I think that's all.
Winderwall, yeah.
I think that's wall.
You think that's wall?
I
Wow.
think that's wall.
All right. That takes us over to Henk.
Oh, that hurt. Hey, Englebert. I'm gonna as I'm reaching for like hurting, like the other arrows whiz by, and I'm like, hey, stop that, Englebert. How you feeling over there?
I'm fine. That was just my mycelium that took the damage.
All right. Need anything? Let me know.
Will do.
All right, I'm gonna be like, I see y'all didn't go down. Let's try this again. Praise the sun. And I'm gonna cast Word of Radiance again. Constitution save. Oh yeah, and yeah, as I raise my hands
you have
up in
to.
the
You
air,
have to.
I actually have a tattoo on each of my palms with a sun sigil that they glow and radiate the sun.
Grossly incandescent.
What was this? What was the save on that?
Oh, 14. Constitution. I think,
Okay.
Hold on.
So only one of them, one of the ones on the porch, number 6, saves. Everyone else fails.
All right. That is. Give me the results, man.
Hit wrecked stone nerds.
9 radiant damage. Yeah, I don't feel bad hitting these guys. They're not living. Cute spiders over there.
Yeah, they're really cute, aren't they? Very colorful.
All right. Anything else from you?
That's all I got right now.
Okay. So on the left side, both of those are trying to break free of their restrained area. So let's see if they can do that. I got a, it was strength, right? So I got a 14 from the one that Guramesh got, and
That
an
breaks
18 for the one that Eleanor got. So I assume they both break free, but that's their turn. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. Okay. These guys. All right. So on the right-hand side, number 3 is going to attack Englebert again.
Gonna Halo of Spores him again.
All right.
Constitution save.
Is it their turn before me?
Oh, no, it's not. I'm sorry. It is not. Go ahead, Eleanor. I messed that up. You're up.
That's okay.
It's my
A
first
lot
time
of
DMing.
People forget me a lot of times, you know. Apparently I don't stick out very well. But I'm gonna go ahead and frostbite. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Numbing frost on one of them.
Okay.
So they have to make a con saving throw.
Is this the one that you had hit restrained?
Yeah.
All right. It fails with a 5.
All right. Just got really cool in here. 9 cold damage.
Jeez.
Yeah. I try to keep, food for my spiders cold so it doesn't rot before they can get to it.
I never knew it was so cold in the friend zone.
All right. And spider number 1 is going to attack that same one that I just hit.
Okay.
And they got a 16 to hit for a bite, which is 1d8 plus 3 piercing damage, and they need to make a con saving throw of DC 11.
Well, actually, that spider bite does it. So, oh wait, no. This is number 1. You said not number, or no, you said spider number 1 attacks the same clockwork cherub. Yeah. So that kills it. So it explodes with clockwork death burst, and everyone needs to make a DC 13 dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy.
All my spiders too.
Yep.
I think this might be our guy.
Isn't that funny?
I just made 13.
14.
Nat 20.
Hell yeah.
Eleanor got a 5.
Okay, so
Do I need to roll for the spiders or not?
if they have hit points, yeah, I would probably do that.
They
For
do.
everyone that made it, you take 5 points of damage. For everyone that failed, you take 10 points of damage.
Ouch.
And as it explodes, you hear a, I love you. And it dies.
Horrible. These truly are the worst lawn decorations imaginable.
Terrible.
Because Eleanor got hit, does she need to roll con for her con saving her spell?
No, I don't think you took enough damage to do that. You're fine.
Okay. I love you too. Good luck. In your next cherub match or something. I don't know what you do.
Your next stony endeavor.
So you have 2 more spiders, right?
Yes. All right. The other one's gonna go for the other one on the left. 17 to hit, and that is 1d8 plus 3 damage, and I need them to make a con saving throw.
All right, that's a 17 for the con saving throw.
All right, 5 piercing damage.
All right.
And then they take half as much. So, 5
poison?
poison damage. Yep.
They're immune to poison. They're clockwork.
Okay. Well, then I guess we don't even have to bother with that.
Yeah. There's no blood in them.
All right. So just
Yeah.
the 5 damage, piercing
Okay.
damage.
Cool. And your other spider?
And they're going to attack that same one over by me on the left side. 18 to hit. And 11 piercing damage.
Ooh, wow. Okay. So that 11 does it again. So your spider goes off, and everybody make a dexterity saving throw.
I'm sensing a pattern here. Oh, got a natural one. Fuck.
Got a 14.
What was the save?
13.
Oh, I got a nat 1.
Oh my goodness. 2 nat ones.
That was a 6.
All right. 5 if you fail, 10 if you don't. Right?
Oh no, that was just what I rolled last time. This time it's 14 if you failed and 7 if you don't.
Oh no, that hurts.
And little shrapnel's going everywhere, and yep. It says, "You broke my heart."
Mine has stone shrapnel in it now.
I'm starting to think we should have stepped into the friend zone. Stuck to the plan.
I'm sorry. I just couldn't help it. It was very annoying. This is very, very.
I don't know about annoying. Definitely creeped me out. I didn't want to touch him.
A guy would have this many cherubs in their yard, and then a sign that says "Keep out of the friend zone." Like these cherubs are somehow this guy's friend or something. Like he has their stones, man. Like you're controlling them. They don't even have autonomy. They can't choose if they want to be your friend or not. It's not even giving them a choice.
And the name is Mr. Nice Guy. This is the epitome of not nice.
I mean, maybe
It's
he's a
very
nice
confusing.
guy, but I mean, maybe he's a nice guy, but it just seems really weird that there's stones in front of his yard that are his friends. I don't know. I don't like it.
Maybe he's being held hostage by the cherubs.
I doubt that very much.
All right. So the cherub's turns next. So they are now going to attack Englebert, and you wanted to cast your thing again, right?
Yes. My Halo of Spores did 8. It's DC 15
It
save
failed?
for him. Failed,
Yep.
so 8 damage necrotic.
All right.
Is that just at will, or you can just do that all the time, or is there a certain number of times you can do it?
No, that's just at will.
Damn.
The other one is just limited to my wild shape with temporary hit points and what, so I can only do that one more time. But yeah, that one's just at will.
That's really good.
All right. So that is a 16 to hit and a 19 to hit.
Those both hit.
Okay. All right. And because they're lower than half health, they do the uber damage.
Oh,
So 11,
What pre-tail is the uber damage?
an extra 2d6, but it didn't really matter. So the first hit does 14 damage. And the second hit does 15 damage.
okay.
Hank, it's your time to shine.
And
The only thing I can do is make him do more damage.
You said you were a healer.
the other guy on the right shoots at Guramesh. His 2 shots, and the first shot is a 14 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, and the second shot's a crit.
Oh god.
Oh,
So the first shot does 14 points of damage, and the second shot does 23 points of damage.
Oh. So that is 37 in total, right?
14 and 23. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh, I got 7 hit points left.
And then the 2 on the porch, the first one's going to shoot twice at Eleanor.
What did I do?
You just killed 2 other.
There was spiders. I didn't even touch them.
That's true. They could shoot the spiders. Let's see if they shoot the spiders.
That's okay. I'm here.
All right. The first one to hit is a 22 and then a 23. So I assume both hit.
Are you hitting me or the spiders?
We'll do the first one hit the spider and the second one hit you.
All right. Yeah, that they both hit. Doesn't matter.
All right. So the first hit on the spider was 14 damage.
Oh.
And this second hit on you was 17 damage.
All right. Spider number 1. Explain how you killed the spider.
Oh, so it shoots its love thing. It's a heart on the end of the tip, so it makes a heart shape with the point, as the bottom of the heart. And it shoots its cherub arrow and it hits the spider, and the spider just splats on top of the exploded cherub that it had destroyed.
That's awful.
Evan.
And then the other one on the porch misses both shots. They fly all over. It actually was shooting into the wind because it failed its wind thing.
Oh yeah, actually, I forgot
was
about
the
that. They can't
second
shoot anything on the other side of the wind.
Neither of them can?
Neither. of them
Spider's
can.
not
My
dead.
bad. I completely forgot about wind wall.
So even
was
if
this-
it made it save, it still can't shoot through it?
It
Okay,
can't
so
make
the
range
spider's still
attacks through it.
alive. You didn't take that damage.
Kevin.
No damage taken.
Does
That's
that
why I
mean I-
cast it? My bad.
Does that mean I didn't take damage, or I still get hit with damage?
No,
You
that was
still, because it was on the
That
porch.
was melee.
Big
Yeah.
sad.
All right. That is all of the cherub's turns, and that takes us over to Guramesh.
Okay.
starting to think we should take cover.
How many it was just the one spider, the one spider that died, or none of the spiders died?
None of the spiders died.
Okay.
Kevin, I thought I lost you. Thank God.
How many hit points does Kevin have?
9.
I don't know. I was to say, if I kill something using necromancy, I get health points back for it. So I thought about killing Kevin so I can heal myself.
How could you?
Oh, man, I never said I was a good person. Just said I was a greedy person. In the interest of self-preservation, at the moment, I am going to cast Mage Armor at first level. And can I do that as a... No, I could have seen the only one action. I am going to attempt to walk out of the friend zone to get some distance between myself and the people who are ruining me. So basically, I would step off of the grass. I'm getting off grass.
Okay. Back onto the path.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This is very painful. I can feel my wealth draining slowly.
So you step back up on the path next to Henk, and I believe it's Englebert's turn.
Yeah. So there's still 2 of them on the left. No, there's one left. No, both of them are dead on the left side of the path. There's 2 on this side.
Yep.
I think I could kill them both, but also that the explosion might kill Guramesh. So
You still.
I
can't raise myself from the dead.
yeah. Make you a zombie. I think I'm gonna cast Thunder Wave. No. This one that's like right in front of me, how bad is that one looking hurt?
Oh, they both are looking super hurt. Like maybe 3 hit points and 7 hit points if I was just to toss some numbers out there.
How close to each other are they?
They're within probably 10 feet of each other.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna move right in between them and cast Thunder Wave. Which is, I think, a con saving throw.
They both failed. Those are single digits.
2d8 damage each. It's 11 damage.
They both explode.
And they're both also nice. But there's that one on my my dex save for the first one.
Yep.
And 13 for the second one. Oh wait, that's a 15 for the second one.
Do we have to do 2 dex saves, or is it just like 1 for the whole thing? Since they
One
both died
giant
at the same.
explosion. I'll do. Well, you guys tell me, because if you fail the first one, you take both damages.
I'll survive it.
Okay.
I'll survive it.
I'm good.
I think I'll survive it.
Okay. All right. So we'll do just one roll to dodge out of the explosion.
I lied.
All right, that's that nat one then.
17.
I got a 6.
10.
All right. So out of the DC 13 dexterity save, if you made it, you take 11 points of damage. If you failed, you take 22.
Okay.
That is a lot of damage, Nico.
I know I rolled really well on the explosion for this one.
Well, no matter
am
what,
going
2 of my
to,
spiders are dead.
because
Tyler.
because Guramesh is next to me, I'm actually going to cast Aura of the Guardian, and I'm going to take his damage instead.
Oh wow. Okay.
Wow.
That's
So I'm going to take I'm going to take 33.
Yikes! All right.
That was nice.
So all that's left are the two on the porch that can't shoot at you with their arrows.
Yeah. That's the end of my turn.
I got you, buddy. I'm not feeling too good though.
You don't look too good. It looks like you got exploded on.
Well, at least it wasn't a male explosion.
If it was a
What
female
was-
explosion,
what
it would have been
gender-
much
what gender
worse.
was the explosion?
No,
Nearly
the
went
male
there.
on my belt.
Oh,
The
yeah,
male.
that's true. That would have sucked.
Ah, okay. After I'm sorry, I got distracted. After Englebert, it's Hank's turn.
Okay. First of all, I'm going to use a bonus. First, I'm going to use a bonus action, and I'm going to take out my healer's kit. And I'll be like, oh, let me just patch this up a little bit. 6 plus 4. I healed myself for 5 HP. All right, I feel better about that. Hey, those arrows didn't come through there, did they? That wall.
Yeah, it's impossible to shoot through it.
All right, then I think it's time to praise the sun again. And the radiant energy is gonna go out. And Constitution save for both of them.
They both fail.
All right, they both take 5 radiant damage.
That is not enough to kill either
Now-
of them.
Now I'm rolling low.
All right. Are you good, Hank?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
That takes us over to Eleanor, who I did not forget this time.
Yay. Can I can see through the wind wall or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I cast a spell magic on one of them? Nico?
I'm looking.
Okay.
I think so. I mean, they're medium constructs. Typically, stuff like this would work. Yeah, sure. Let's see if you do it. Most of their stuff is DC 13, so I guess as long as you do the thing above a 13, you win.
Okay. Okay. The spell's level. Let's see. Okay. 3rd level. So, the DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. On a successful check, the spell ends. So, and the spell's level is 3rd level.
Yep. So we'll say. Yeah.
Make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. Okay.
Don't you just roll a d20 and add your whatever your spellcasting ability is?
Yeah,
to it?
I guess so. My spell attack.
Yeah.
19.
There you go. All right. So it explodes, but it's on the other side of the wind wall. So the little shrapnel pieces get blown back toward the house, and I guess none of you have to make your saves.
Thank
yeah.
goodness.
All right. I'm going to send spider number 3 up in there. And tell him to get the last one. And he is going to bite. The 21 to hit.
That hits, yeah.
And 1d8 plus 3 damage. That is 11 damage. Wait, 10
Alright.
damage. Sorry. 10 damage.
So that kills that spider. Yeah, what are your other spiders' names? We knew Kevin.
Kevin died. Tyler also died on that last explosion.
You decided not to name Spider 3 because it just hurts too much.
And this is Spider 3. His name is Steven.
Okay, all right. So Steven
Steven's not allowed to die. Just putting that house rule right now.
needs to make his save because he's on the other side of the wind wall.
Oh.
On Steven.
Okay. Well, he has 3 HP.
Oh yeah, no.
left,
On a failed save, he
so-
takes 5 points of damage. So even if he succeeds, it's or I mean, on a successful save, 5. So Steven explodes in shrapnel and clumps down on the porch next to the other cherubs. Yeah.
Your sacrifice will not be in web.
All right. You guys beat the cherubs. Now, what would you like to do?
I would like to be healed or take a rest so I could recover some hit points. I am in pain.
Yeah, let me patch Ichi up here.
Yeah, I can help some too. I'll do mine. Let's see.
I'm like Oogie Boogie from Nightmare Before Christmas, but instead of bugs falling out of my body, it's just money. Just gold coins spilling out of wounds. My money.
It's like when Scrooge McDuck gets punched and coins fall out of him.
Yes, exactly.
Only a necromancer.
Yes. Well, but you use money to make the undead. That's my gimmick. It's just you gotta pay enough.
So are we just chilling on this dude's porch for right now?
No, I'm upset.
Yes,
I'm going to have words with Mr. Nice Guy about his definition of a warm welcome.
I think Englebert's looking up a heal, right?
No,
Or
I was
something?
just I had to use a couple of spells to get myself healed up, but does anyone else need healing still?
I got 7 hit points.
Oh yeah, let's get you healed up too then. I'm gonna use a
Let me
couple.
get out my first aid kit as well. Let me help top him off there. Got there you go. That should help that wound right there.
12.
You get 10 HP from me.
There's 12 from that spell. What's your max?
63.
63. Oh yeah, I'm gonna cast that again then.
I mean, I just saying out there. I mean, I know that he's the one that has the money and can pay for these heals, but you know, I don't have any money, but I'm not super happy right now.
If you just stitch a check right next to my side, I think it will heal just fine.
All right, so there
Hey,
was
Eleanor, how you feeling?
28 hit points total.
Total?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
Plus another 10 from me.
Damn, that's a lot.
She's bloody for sure.
All right, you're gonna get 9 from me, and
Nice.
I'm going to give you an extra. Hey, just making sure you're all right with this. I gotta place my hand on you to do a little magic.
Yeah, actually, right here would be nice. And she points to like her upper shoulder. It's a little sore from carrying this whole thing.
Oh, yeah. All right there. Hey, let me patch up this wound right here. That'll help that spot. And let me put my hand right there. All right, you get a total of 19.
Is that
No,
including
actually,
the
I'm
9
gonna
that you
give
gave
you-
me earlier?
No, that's including the 9. Oh, yes,
Okay.
yes, that's including the 9. Actually, I'm gonna give you 29. I'm gonna use half of my lay on hands on you.
Okay. Nice. I am back to at least 80% health. Wow,
And
that felt good. It really shows that you appreciate what I did today. So thank you.
yeah, I'm gonna need a little bit myself too. I'm gonna place hands on myself and lay on hands myself. Fuck. For 20, because I'm at 20 HP.
Okay. Yeah, that's
I
where I
still got
was.
I still got spells, so I can give you a couple more.
Yeah, I got 76 total.
There's 11 more for a cure
Alrighty.
wounds.
All right. Yeah, I would like to walk up to Mr. Nice Guy's door and smack it a few times.
Okay, just gonna hammer it,
I'm
huh?
just walk up to it, just boom, boom. Like the TikTok where they're playing Kesha in the dorms and then they synchronize knocking on the doors. Like that level of cadence.
Okay, all right. So you do you hit the handle or just pound on the door?
On the door, not the handle, just right on the door.
All right, you hear somebody from inside that says, "Go away!"
Oh no, we're not going away. Going away would have been fine before your cherubs attacked us. Now I demand an audience.
You did the beard thing, dude.
I know. It's so bad at it.
It sounded really bad.
It did.
Was it
It
that?
sounded like you were in the wind tunnel. You were in the
Yeah.
wind
Yeah.
wall.
That was before the your cherubs attacked us. Now I demand an audience.
Demand all you want, but I'm not interested. Go away!
Listen, we've got some letters that we think would interest you, and we'd like to discuss them with you.
Yeah, can we open the letter and then like not look at the picture and then slide the picture under the door and then it blows up in the house?
I mean, they're currently disguised to look like Publishers Clearinghouse letters, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
We won't let a few cherubs stop us from seeing this sweet deal we're trying to offer you.
You're new. You want a subscription to Poultry Corner? Just trying to deliver it to you.
Put it in the mail slot.
All right, here you go. I'm gonna take one of them, just one of them, and put it in there.
Okay. So does he see the illusion? Can you drop the illusion at any point? Like what? Like okay. So he slides it in, and then do you drop it to make?
Yeah,
him
I
see
dropped the illusion so he sees what it is.
All right. So you drop it in. Which one was it? The one from Miss Silky's house or the one from Big Brahma's house?
Silkies. That's the one I stuck in there.
Okay. So you drop it and you hear a son of a bitch, and then an explosion of ice comes out from under the door and above the door, and he takes 3d6 damage.
All
So
the
12
damage.
Talk about chili.
I like chili. I'm gonna have chili later tonight, actually.
All right. So that was a good chunk of damage, and he's like, yeah, no. So he.
Hey, that was the wrong one, Mr. Nice Guy. Sorry about that.
You don't hear anything else now. He's hiding away.
Oh, like he didn't run off to another part of the house, just explosion and then nothing.
Yeah, I mean he might have ran off to another part of the house, but yeah, I don't like the explosion of ice made a bunch of noise, so I don't know if you could have heard his footsteps.
Well,
Maybe
I think
he's frozen in there.
I think as responsible citizens, we need to do a wellness check and make sure he's okay after hearing this.
I think it's the only responsible option. You're correct.
I would agree. I will force my way through the door.
Okay, so the door was trapped. So when you go to open the door, everyone needs to make a DC 17 Constitution save.
Well, not. Because I'll fail it.
Eleanor passed.
21.
Nat 20. 26.
12.
12. Okay. So the only person that failed was Englebert, and you take only 6 points of damage, but you get blasted over the railing of the front porch and back into the friend zone, and you land on some of the cherub, statues that are in the yard. So it explodes outward. But now the door's open.
Oh, I thought you said that. I thought you were saying the cherub exploded again. Or something.
No.
I landed on the
Get
cherub
launched
and
to
all of
another
it exploded.
cherub and another cherub.
So do I do like
I don't know what to tell you.
do I do like a Tom getting his tail stuck in a door, yelp across the lawn back across? Is that what happens? Like that.
Pretty much.
Could have
All
just
right.
been at home making money today. I'll dust myself off.
So you see a little foyer area where there is an exploded letter on the floor of the ground. There's ice all over. On each side of the walls, there's books, and then there's a little hallway that cuts a corner to the left, kind of into the main area of the house.
No sign of Mr. Nice Guy?
Nope.
No wet footprints, icy footprints.
No icy footprints.
Is it dark in the house? Like no lights on or anything like that, or?
There are lights farther on in the house. There may have been lights lit in here, but there was an explosion of ice, so it looks like it may have been extinguished.
Okay. Is there any? This is gonna be really dumb. Is there any invisible creatures or objects within 120 feet of me?
No.
Okay.
No.
Because one of the items I picked was called the Robe of Eyes, which is basically like a robe with just these weird looking eyes all over it, and it gives me advantage on perception and dark vision for 120, and I could see invisible stuff for 120.
Yep. No, he just ran back to the main area of the house away from the exploding door.
Gang, I think we should split up and look for clues. No, but for real though, we should split up and look for clues.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll head
go
towards the
this way.
light.
All right, so you guys walk through the main area into the hallways. As you're walking, you do see there are a handful of bookshelves with like self-help books about finding the perfect lover and how to be a better you. There's a few books in there about, building confidence and, finding the right person to match your star signs and stuff. So you see all these books, they're everywhere, just all over. But both of the hallways meet kind of into a main living room area. So whoever went to the left is on the left, whoever went to the right is on the right, and the Photobomber is directly in the middle of the room, and he sees you come around the corner and he says, "Why couldn't you just leave me alone? It's not my fault that everyone picks the wrong dates for the Sultry Chicken Dance. What do those other guys have that I don't? I'm the best dancer in town. I am. I know I am. If I can't be known for being the best dancer in town, then I'll be known for being the best Photobomber." And then
There's a
we
lot to
roll for
unpack
initiative.
there.
An
There's a lot-
admission of guilt.
Yes, there's a lot to unpack there.
All right, Photobomber got a 17.
I got a 14.
I also got a 14.
Damn it, guys.
I know we have to roll again.
Yeah.
I got a 4.
9.
It's a 16 on my second roll.
18 on my second roll. Ha!
All right, so if I got this right, it goes Photobomber, Guramesh, Englebert, Eleanor, Henk.
Yep.
All right. Okay, so The Photobomber. You who went to the right and who went to the left? I need to know which sides of the rooms you're on.
I went to the right.
Me too.
Left.
I would have went left.
Okay. All right. So Eleanor and Henk on the left, Guramesh and Englebert on the right. So,
Oh, we got him cornered. Sorry.
Blaster
The
pincer
Photobomber-
attack.
casts Zoom against 2 creatures within 60 feet. Make a DC 17 Constitution save. So he casts that on Guramesh and Englebert, who are right next to each other.
That's a nat 20.
Fail.
Ooh, okay. On a failed save, the creature's vision zooms to only see in a straight 5-foot direction. All peripheral vision is blackened out. All attacks against this creature against a creature with zoomed vision gain advantage as long as it is outside the 5-foot area of vision. And then
Tunnel vision.
he moves toward where you all, or where Guramesh and Englebert are on the right-hand side, but gets out of the direct line of vision of Englebert. So, and that's his turn. So it goes to Hank's turn. Or no, I'm sorry, Guramesh's turn. That's the.
What should I be doing for this one? Is that on a first level? No, that's second level. I am going to cast blindness and deafness onto the Photobomber. So I need a con save of 14.
That is an 18.
Oh, all right. Then it doesn't do anything. Poop.
Well, he cast a spell on you that didn't do anything, and you did the same back to him. So
We're trading spell blows, like Postmaster Tyson in his cockfight.
All right,
Good reference.
Englebert, I think it's your turn.
Well, one of my magic items is a tan bag of tricks. And I think I'm going to reach in that and pull out a little fluffy thing and chuck it.
I like fluffy things. What's fluffy?
Well, let's see here. Tan bag of tricks. This ordinary bag made from tan cloth appears empty. Reaching inside the bag, however, reveals the presence of a small fuzzy object. You can use an action to pull the fuzzy object from the bag and throw it up to 20 feet. When the object lands, it transforms into a creature you determine by rolling a d8. There we go. That's what I needed. D8. And it turns into...
Axolotl.
Axbeak.
Oh, it was close.
It was close.
An angry ostrich.
It had X in the name.
It's true.
When does the angry ostrich go?
Friendly X on my turn.
Okay.
And I can use a bonus action to command how the creature moves and what action it takes. I'm going to tell it to attack that
Photobomber?
guy. And then I'm going to try to find him with my 5-foot vision.
Okay.
Now I need to find Axbeak stats. Just here. Yeah.
It's a bird, right? So that
It is. It's a large flightless bird. Tall flightless bird with strong legs. It's a cassowary. It's an angry cassowary.
I was about to say, or chocobo with an axe for a beak.
4 to hit.
Does he still count as a humanoid?
The Axbeak?
I'm gonna say no. It's a bird.
So that's a 19 to hit.
No, I mean,
That hits.
since it's a humanoid turned into a bird, does it still count?
5 slashing.
Okay. Oh no, he didn't turn the Photobomber into that. He's just summoned one.
He just summoned one out of his
Exactly.
Oh, he
bag.
summoned one. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Which is
I'm
pretty
not
relevant to
paying attention.
Henhaven, so I
Mm-hmm.
think it's good
Is
thing.
on brand.
All right, is that your turn?
Yep,
Oh,
slashes
but
him for 5 damage.
Okay, cool. And then make a DC 14 perception check to try and find him.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
There you go. So you have
Hola.
him in your line of vision unless he moves again. All right. I think that takes us to Eleanor's turn from the other side of the room.
So, I guess my question is, what kind of guy is this? Is he the type of person or whatever he is that would have like an aquarium or like a scorpion or lizards or something somewhere in his house?
Cockroaches?
I would say
Like pet scorpions or something.
yeah, he'd probably I mean, would a snake work? He seems like the type of guy that would have a snake in his house
Or an iguana.
or an iguana.
Scorpion. A scorpion would be preferable.
I mean,
Or
he doesn't.
centipedes. Maybe there's centipedes in the.
Yeah,
I'm trying to.
he's got some centipedes in his snake aquarium. He was trying to feed centipedes to a snake because he's kind of dumb.
Ah, there we
Oh,
go. Do snakes not eat centipedes?
I don't think
It
so.
depends on the snake.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm going to cast giant insect again and transform up to 10 centipedes
Okay, all right.
into giant centipedes.
Oh,
So there
no.
were 2 centipedes in there, and now there's a snake loose on the ground too because they exploded out of the aquarium.
Okay.
We're ruining this man's entire day. I love it.
All right.
Try to blow it.
So
The sultry chicken dance is sacred. You cannot besmirch it without consequences.
hey, my dude. Just because somebody doesn't like want to go to the dance with you doesn't mean that you have to cancel the dance for everyone. That's kind of silly. Did you ask like your mother to go with you or something or anything?
My mom is a terrible dancer. She would make me look awful on the dance floor.
I mean, looking something on the dance floor is better than like being dead, like you tried to do to to Big Brahma and Miss Silky, right?
That'll teach him to deny me, put me, not first.
Why would they put you first? They don't even know you.
Oh, you're just like them. Prepare to die.
Oh, okay. Well, snakes don't eat centipedes, and she tells the centipedes to bite.
Okay.
8 for the first one to hit, and 19 for the second one.
The second one's a hit.
Okay, can this guy get poisoned?
Yes, he can.
Oh, good.
All right. So 6 piercing damage from the second guy. And then ooh, dang. Have him roll a con saving throw. DC 11.
Ooh, that is a 19.
Okay. So he will take 6 poison damage.
Wow.
And yeah, that's it. Hold on a second. If the poison damage reduces the target to 0 hit points, the target is stable but poisoned for 1 hour even after regaining hit points and is paralyzed while poisoned this way. That's a way to go, huh?
That sucks.
All right, that is Eleanor's turn.
All right. That takes us to Henk.
All right, he's gonna be like, all right. He's gonna walk in a little bit. All right. Hold your horses. I'm gonna cast Hold Person. I don't have a chicken pun for that. He's got to give me a wisdom saving throw.
That's a nat
14.
20.
Oh,
That's
fuck.
a 22.
Dang. He's rolling so well.
Ugh.
Yeah, that just fails.
Okay.
Let's see. All right. Hey, Eleanor. I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on you, just in case. And that will ward you against attack till the spell ends, which is 1 minute. And any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or a harmful spell must first make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell.
Yeah, this guy seems to be attacking people that thinks he's a big pink stinky poopy face. So
yeah, and you just made him upset.
Language.
You made him a little upset. So I figured something was coming your way. Will not protect. I'm gonna whisper. I'll be like, "I will not protect you from fireballs, though."
oh, okay, thanks. I guess.
Or explosions. Be mindful of explosions. I'm gonna
Okay, I'll do my best.
think you'll open another letter.
I mean, you have the letter, so.
Oh yeah. I'm done.
The Photobomber, it's his turn. He says, "No one is as good as me on the dance floor, so you might as well stop." And then casts Shutter Speed. And Shutter Speed, the Photobomber fires a purple beam from his eyes at 2 creatures within 60 feet, this time targeting Eleanor and Henk.
Is he within 10 feet of me?
No, he moved to the side, but he didn't get closer to you. Yeah.
Okay.
So you two need to make a DC 17 dexterity saving throw. And does that sanctuary thing help Eleanor in this situation?
That'll be a wisdom save against a 14. Or it's got to be a 14.
That is a 17.
Okay, so it gets through.
Yep. So both of you make a DC 17 dexterity saving throw. On a failed saving throw, the creature's movement is reduced to 5 feet of walking speed.
Yeah. Eleanor failed.
17. I got 17.
All right.
So I just
Eleanor,
get reduced speed.
No, you made your save. You got 17, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a save. Yeah, less than 17. Yep. So yeah, 5 feet walking speed for Eleanor, and that is, there's no damage with that. So that is the Photobomber's turn, and that takes us to Guramesh.
Okay. Okay. I will look at the Photobomber and say that this is unforgivable. You've attacked us with your lawn decorations, and now you're attempting to kill us and ruining the Sultry Chicken Dance. Well, Mr. Nice Guy, have a nice die. And I will cast Ray of Sickness at 4th level on him.
Okay.
That is a 21 to hit.
Oh, that hits. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so that's going to be 5d8 poisoning damage.
Damn.
24.
Wow. Okay. So he's definitely kind of bloodied now. That he looks sick and gross, and there's snot and stuff coming out of his nose, and he's like hacking up loogies now, and his like ear stuff is starting to come out. Like,
not ear stuff. That's actually really gross. I don't want to think about that. This guy,
Yep.
I don't like ear goop. That's bad.
Well, this was your doing. Yeah,
This is my doing. Well, he all he had to do was be a nice guy.
That's what his mom named him.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Englebert, I believe it's your turn.
Yes. I'm going to become a giant toad, and then hop up to him.
That is the phrase that I was waiting to hear.
I know.
Today, I needed that.
Okay.
Wild shaping of giant toad, and then hopping up to him.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. Oh wait, no, I have an axe beak. That gets to attack him.
And you ride the axe beak as a giant toad.
That's gonna hit that axe beak. It was D8 plus 3 for 10 hit points.
Wow. Okay.
Slashes him with its axy beak.
All right. And I think that takes us to Eleanor's turn.
Okay. She is going to use Thorn Whip. You're being a bad boy. 15 to hit.
15 hits. Yep. It is a 15.
You really shouldn't be treating people this way. Or thinking that everything's about you. You know, like as many feelings as you have, everybody else has them too. Tell me if you feel this. 7 damage.
I did feel it. Ah.
Okay. Now it is the centipede's turn.
Oh, yeah.
12 to hit.
That's a miss.
All right. And 17 to hit.
That's a hit.
And have him roll a con saving throw.
That is a 16.
That passes. And so 4 piercing damage from the giant centipede.
All right. That takes us
that's
to
it.
Henk. All right. Henk, you're up.
All right. I am going to. All right. We don't need to go and killing this guy. Let me try something here. Let's take a little nap there, buddy. I'm gonna cast sleep at 2nd level. That. Oh, do I gotta manually roll this? How many feet? It's 5d8 plus an additional 2d8. Now that I know he's low life. So 8.
More like no life.
3,
Oh,
5,
got him.
All right, that is 26 on the sleep.
Yeah, he collapses to the ground, sleeping. But he's still got like the snot and stuff, so he's doing that thing like toddlers do when they're trying to sleep, but they've got a cold. So he's like, yeah, he's passed out.
Nighty night there, little guy.
And
All right.
I think you guys win. Yeah, he had 2 other abilities, one called Flash and one called Panorama, that he didn't get to. He didn't get to use. But yeah, so you guys win. Yeah, what do you do?
Guramesh will begin casing the house to take things to recoup his losses.
Yes,
Eleanor's-
you start stealing his valuables.
Yes.
Eleanor's looking up some sensitivity trainings that she could maybe like drop him off at or something.
Yes. All right.
Sensitivity rehab.
Yeah.
There's a really good sensitivity place nearby. It's called the Hen House. It's female-led wellness center. So
She also takes her shoes off and puts them on him. See if you walk a mile in her shoes or something like that. I hear that makes you feel, I don't know.
Yeah, he can't hear you. He's asleep.
Oh. Well, when he
Still-
wakes up, he'll be walking in these shoes, and let me tell you, they're not that comfortable.
Well, whatever. Oh wait, I have to do a voice. Shit. Whatever sensitivity training he undergoes, hopefully he'll become a more well-developed person.
Yeah, possibly.
I
There's a
don't get
camera
it.
joke.
I
Camera
don't-
joke.
Camera joke, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Spoilers.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, yeah, I
okay.
get it now.
Yeah. It's funny when you explain it.
Yeah, I still don't get it.
Oh, ribbit.
All right, so you
Time to
take
go to
him.
the dance.
Yeah, you take him to Captain Leghorn. who's very happy. He's like, I say, the dance is still on, everybody. Get your chicken dance ready to go. And everybody comes out wearing very provocative outfits for the sultry chicken dance. And everybody, gets to do it. It's just one song on repeat. It's like da 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 da.
It's the chicken dance, yeah.
Why was this guy so worried about having a partner for dancing? Isn't this a solo dance?
Yeah.
Well, the problem is because it's the sultry chicken dance. So after the dance, there's actually a large chicken orgy. So I think that was really what it was down to.
Oh yeah, that's why we came here.
It really gets my dander up.
Oh my god.
All right,
guys.
Forgot
Well,
about that, man.
thank you for playing my one shot. I hope you had fun.
Yeah.
That's hysterical.
Oh, it's great. Loved it.
Oh,
It's so good. I really enjoyed myself.
I enjoyed myself too and did not die, even though I always get close to death in any D&D game I play.
10 out of 10 on the orgy.
Yeah.
Would cluck again.
All right. So I don't know how we
a breast
wrap-
man or a thigh man or
Yeah. It's all good.
I don't know how we're gonna wrap these things up, but I imagine it will say like, "Hey, stuff," and thanks for coming. And
Yeah.
listening.
Yes.
Just wing
Thank
it.
you, everybody.
Thanks
Yeah.
for watching. We'll see you again next time. This is Tisha, and I'm cool, and everybody else sucks. Bye.
I'm Max, and I suck.
There was a lot of sucking at that orgy.
There was a lot of sucking.
Rod, and I like to party.
Oh God.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
I fart when we are live.
Benefit
I
not
save
wearing
it. I save it.
In a you
Bet-
save it
and
in
in.
like a jar or something? Like how are you saving a fart?